Hi, sir.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Do you have some unrolled book and pen or pencil to write and any calculator for simple calculations?
Yes, sir. We have, sir.
Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, that much is there, it is enough.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, you are able to join. Okay. Okay. This is for those who have joined late or who could not join for this online session. Mattavara Dual Institute of Technology. This is the free virtual learning center for everybody. So here you can learn almost everything free and become an eminent scientist, professor, engineer, or innovator through Zoom virtual meetings, irrespective of geographical location, with or without the need for constant internet connectivity. You have to just register a name by sending your name to 9844027371 by WhatsApp, or you can send the message to email x9t9@yahoo.com. So kindly spread this message to all your contacts so that somebody in some corner of the world will get some benefit out of this free, unique, and amazing opportunity. This is an Atmanirbhar Bharata initiative. Go green, save trees. That means Do not unnecessarily waste paper. Good luck, viewers. Have a good day. Thanks to Corona for having made this possible. Not only that, you can take any help to start your own business without investment, and you can earn millions. We will provide all help. So today we will study something about ratio and proportion, like that. So some of the items that are there is like this. What is a ratio and how to write the ratios? What are equal ratios? Problem solving using the ratios. Rates and comparing prices. Some headings are there, but we will see what we can do. So ratios and rates. One method is we will use what is called as a colon symbol between two quantities to indicate ratio. Another is a fraction which contains a numerator and a denominator. Another is in decimal form where some number point something else. That means a fraction of a decimal is fraction of a number is also mentioned in decimal system, like 2.17, 3.14, like that. Then solving problems, comparing prices, exercises and other things, examples we will do. So first we'll see what is a ratio, how to write it, simplification of the ratios, unit rate mathematics and solving problems. Some of this we will study. Ratio is a mathematical relationship between two or more quantities. They are written in the form, say, A colon B. So you can see here A colon B. On the screen, can you see the A colon B? Please keep your mic in unmute condition, so that when I ask, you will be able to respond. Because otherwise, I will not know whether you are looking at it or not. So the laser pointer, the red color beam, that is I am showing A colon B. That is a method of writing a ratio between A and B. For reading purpose, this will be read as A to B. A and B are normally integers. There may be fractions or even decimals also. So integers means it will be number like 2 or 21, 10, 15, 4, anything like that. These are whole numbers without a decimal point. They are called the integers. Then fractions will have a numerator and a denominator. There are different methods of writing. In computer typing and all that, 2 divided by B, like that we will write 2 divided by B, 10 by 15, A by B, like that. In handwriting, probably we can also write A with a horizontal line divided by B, like that also. It will be something like this. So we can write A divided by B, like that also we can write. Then decimals can be like so decimals like 3.14, 0.7854, 1.571, 0.6666, etc. 0.4. So there will be a whole number before the decimal point, and the fractional part is after the decimal point. So this one does not contain whole number, only fractional part. Same thing is here. Same thing is here. So this has got a whole. This has got a whole number 1 and a fraction of 0.571. Huh? Hello?
Yeah.
This is a whole number 3 and this is a fractional part, 0.14. So numbers which contain fractional part, that is, fractional part comes after the decimal point. And some ratios cannot be represented exactly equal. Example, 1 by 3 means we will get 0.33333 till the maximum number of digits we can see in the calculator or in the computer, like that. So when you divide by 1 by 3 and then multiply by 3, you will not get 1, you will get 0.99999 you will get. It depends on the rounding characteristic employed in the device, either calculator or the computer. Now, in studying ratios, what is important is these things. One is the order of the quantity. In what order we are writing? What is the first one? What is the next one? What is the next one? Like that. That is very, very important. Example, see, if there are 10 boys in a class and 15 girls, then there will be 25 students in total. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So in a class, there are 10 boys and 15 girls. So therefore, adding both, you will get, there will be 25 students in the total. Now, we want to write the ratio of boys to the girls. So, order is first to comes first we have to write. So, first is boys, that will be 10 here. Next is girls, 15. So, ratio of boys to girls is 10:15. This is read as 10 to 15. Now, suppose we want to say ratio of girls to boys, then it will be 15 comes first, colon 10, which is read as 15 to 10. So, this order in which the items are mentioned in the problem is very important. So, this is called an example of what is known as part-to-part ratio. That means this is a part of the total, this is a part of the total, and this is the total. You are able to follow?
Yes.
Okay. Now, ratio of girls to boys. So, if we change the order, the number corresponding will be written here. So, that is 15, colon, corresponding to boys, 10. So, this will read it as 15 to 10. This is also an example of what is known as a part-to-part ratio, because this number of boys is a part of the total problem, number of boys and girls also part of the total problem. The ratio of boys to total students is written as 10:25. So, the order, first boys comes first, total comes next. So, total there are 25. So, 10:35 is the ratio. This we will read it as 10 to 25. Writing is this way, 10:25, but reading that will be read as 10 to 25. This is an example of part to whole ratio, because this 25 is whole or total number of persons or individuals that are there, and this is a part. So, it is part to the whole ratio. Same thing, if we change the order, ratio of the girls to total students. So, first number of girls will come here, that is 15. Then the total will come here. So, it is 15:25, which is read as 15 to 25. So, here also we are taking one part and the total. So, it is called the part to whole ratio. Now, there is something called unit rate mathematics. So we can create equivalent ratios where one part of the ratio is 1. That means instead of writing A to B, it may be like 1 to B. So unit rates are used to compare different quantities. Example, a grocery shop sells a pack of 6 bananas for $2 and cents 34. Maybe it is like 2 rupees 34 paise, like that. And a pack of 4 bananas for $1 44 cents. Find the pack that is cheaper or better unit price, that has a better unit price. So what we have to do is, we have to find out for 1 banana how much we are giving here. If we pay for 6 banana, we pay this. Similarly, for 1 banana how much we are paying, if we pay this much for 4 bananas. So unit price means it is price for one single unit. That unit of item, it may be this banana, fruits, or it may be number of students in the class, anything like that. So find the price of 1 banana. That is ratio 1 to x. So the pack of 4 bananas is $1.44. Therefore, 1 banana will cost how much? So this one we will divide by this number of bananas total, which will be 0.36 cents. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Now the pack of 6 bananas is costing $2.34. So for 1 banana, it is how much? You have to divide this total price by the total number of bananas. So you will get 0.39 cents, dollars or 39 cents. Can you calculate and check whether it is right or wrong?
Yes.
Huh? You have a calculator? Simple
Yeah, I do.
calculator? A scientific calculator not required, just any calculator having a addition, subtraction, multiplication, division is more than enough.
Okay.
So what I have mentioned is right or wrong?
Right?
Oh, because there can be mistakes, that's why. Now the pack of 4 bananas is $1.44. So 1 banana will cost $0.36 or 36 cents. The pack of 6 bananas is $2.34. So 1 banana will cost 39 cents or $0.39. So per unit we are checking. So this one is cheaper than this one by 3 cents. So therefore pack of 4 banana is cheaper. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So unit rates are obtained by simplifying the fractions using common factors to divide all the numbers in the ratio until they cannot be divided further to write the ratio in the lowest terms. So what is that, we will see. Here there is a example. The ratio of apples to oranges is 16:12. That means number of apples is coming in the order first, oranges is coming next. So this is the item in the first, this is the item in the second. So this is number of apples is 16, number of oranges is 12. So the ratio is 16:12. So 16 to 12 also they will read. When simplified, this becomes 4:3, or it is called 4:3. That means you have to divide this by 4, you get 4 here, divide this by 4, you will get 3 here. So that 4 is called the common factor. That common factor, if you divide all the numbers both left and right here, you get this 1. So that division we have to do till this, they cannot be divided further, and we'll keep that whole numbers there. So divide the number 16 and 12 by the common factor 4. So simplify the ratio to lowest terms by finding what is called greatest common factor of each of the numbers in the ratio. That means we have to find factors of 16 and factors of 12. Factors of 16 is, say this one we can divide by number 1. It goes 16 times. We can divide by number 2. It will be 8 times. We can't divide by 3 because it won't go completely. So 4 means 4 into 4 will be 16. Now this one will be, say, 8 into 2. So we can have that one. Or 16 into 1. So these are the factors of dividing 16 by using a whole number. Similarly, 12 we can divide by 1, we will get 12. If we divide by 2, we will get 6. Divide by 3, you get 4.
Yes.
So divide by 4, you will get 3. Divide by 6, you will get 2. Divide by 12, you will get 1. Now we have to see which is the greatest common factor, which is common between these two. So it is 4 here and 4 here. It is the greatest and the common one. So that is why we divide by that common factor 4, the ratio 16 and 4, to get 4 and 3 here. Simplifying ratios. Write the ratios using fraction notation. Fraction notation is generally used to show a part to whole ratio and relationship. So generally it says doesn't matter, but it can be used anywhere. Example, apple versus orange, apple to orange ratio. So it can be like A to B, 3 to 2 in a particular problem, or we read it as 3 to 2. This means there are 3 apples and 2 oranges. 5 fruits are there in total. That is adding 2 and 3 becomes 5, which is the total 5 fruits. So part to whole relationship will help make several statements. For example, here 3 of 5 fruits are apples, we can say. 2 of 5 fruits are oranges. The ratio of apples to oranges is 3:2. So 3 comes first because apple is coming first, then coming orange. So this number corresponds to orange, apple, and this corresponds to orange. So 3:2 is written as a fraction also, like 3 divided by 2. So as I said, it is possible to write something like 3 divided by 2 also we can write. The fractions show the ratio relationship between number of apples and number of oranges. So this allows us to make some statements like the number of apples is 3 out of 5 fruits, we can say. Number of oranges is 2 out of 5 fruits. the number of oranges is 2. The number of apples is 3. The number of apples is more than number of oranges. The number of oranges is less than number of apples. So like this we can say. Ratio to fraction. Ratios are also written as percentages also. Example, ratio of number of pencils to number of crayons is 4 to 6. That means here the number of pencils, first is the pencil, so that gives us 4. Number of crayons is 6. So adding that you will get the total number of items is 10. So in fractions, the ratio of pencils to crayon is 4 divided by 6 we write. So this is also we can write like 4 divided by 6. Numerator represents number of pencils and denominator represents number of crayons. That means the numerator is the item that comes first in the list, and the denominator is the next one in the list. It will go in that order. First item is in the numerator, second is in the denominator. In fractions, the ratio of pencils to total item will become like 4 by 10, or you can write 4 divided by 10 like this also. The numerator represents the number of pencils and the denominator represents the total number of items. So recognize the fractions as percentages. Suppose we have 4 by 10. If you multiply by 10 here, multiply by 10 here, it becomes 40 by 100. Then that is called 40% of total items are pencils, we can say. Similarly, 6 by 10 is there, multiply by 10 here, multiply by 10 here, it becomes 60 by 100, or it is 60% of total items are crayons. So like this we can tell the percentage of items also. So solving problems containing ratios is common. One example is calculating what is known as exchange rates, that is foreign exchange rates. An exchange rate is the rate at which the money of one country can be exchanged for the money of another country. For example, we will take a problem here. Convert US dollar to Japanese yen. The currency in Japan is called as yen. So abbreviations are USD for US dollar and JPY for Japan yen. So here US dollar, $1 corresponds to 151.297 Japanese yen. Now we want to convert 15 US dollars to Japanese yen. So multiply the US dollar 15 by this exchange rate. So 15 in US dollars multiplied by this exchange rate gives this much of Japanese dollar. Can you multiply 15 by this 151.297? Check whether it is right or wrong. Hello.
It's correct.
Okay. Now convert Japanese yen to US dollar if one Japanese yen is equal to 0.00661 US dollar. This is the exchange rate. So convert say 2000 Japanese yen to USD. So we have to multiply the 2000 Japanese yen by the exchange rate of 0.00661, which gives 13.22 US dollars. So just multiply 2000 multiplied by 0.00661 and check whether this is right or wrong. So you are able to calculate?
Uh-huh.
You are able to calculate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now another example, convert Australian dollar to Indian rupees. Australian dollar is shown as AUD here, Indian rupee is INR. Say 1 Australian dollar is 54.2501 Indian rupees. So convert 15 Australian dollar to Indian rupees. So you take the number of Australian dollars, multiply by this exchange rate, which will give this much rupees. So just calculate this, multiplying 15 by 54.2501. So how much you will get? You can use calculator, not necessarily you have to do in my mental arithmetic.
813.7515.
So that means what I have written is correct. Now convert Indian rupees to Australian dollar. Here 1 Indian rupee is equal to 0.0184. This one is a typing error. This is the in Australian dollar. This one we change it to Australian dollar. So this one we change it to So convert 2000 Indian rupees to Australian dollar. So multiply this number of INR 2000 by the 0.0184. That will give like this 36.8 AU dollars. So we'll get the 36.8 Australian dollars. So multiply 2000 by 0.0184. So is it okay?
Yeah, it's 36.8.
So when solving problems with ratios, it is important to know what is the ratio involved, the order of the quantities in the ratio, that is which is coming first, which is coming in next, the total quantity. When you have the individual quantities, you can add them to get the total. part of the total quantity, that means part to the whole. What else to calculate? If something is known, we can calculate the others. So classroom examples include real world scenarios or real world problems. Example, total number of students in a class. There are 40. Number of right-handed students are 32. Find the number of left-handed students. Now we know the total number of students. We know the total number of right-handed students. That means those who do writing using right hand, say there are 32. Others are using left hand for writing down or noting note down the notes. So from the total, subtract the number of people who are using right hand. Then you get this number 8. So we can assume that left-handed students are 8 in the class out of 40. So ratio of left-handed students to right-handed students. So left-handed comes first. This is coming after in that order. So first one we will write that 8 and next one we write 32. So this is 8 to 32. We can write it as a numerator denominator form, which can appear like this when we divide by common factor 4 here and 4 here. So actually this will be 8 and we can divide by 8 itself. So 8 ones are 8, 8 fours are 32. So it becomes 1 by 4. So we can write numerator by denominator like this also, or it is in fraction 0.25. So we must understand what is a ratio and proportion. So understand the concept of ratio. Use ratio to describe relationship between the two different quantities. Example, the ratio of wings to beaks of birds in a zoo is 2:1. Is it correct or wrong?
Correct.
So in a zoo, there are several birds are there. We are taking the ratio of wings that is coming first in this sequence and the beaks coming in the next. So it is 2:1 or 2:1 or 2:1, because for every 2 wings there is 1 beak. In an election, candidate A obtained 3 times the number of votes obtained by candidate B. The ratio of number of votes obtained by candidate A to the number of votes obtained by candidate B is. So first in the order is candidate A, next is candidate B. So this is 3:1. So you can write 3 divided by 1 like this, or you can write 3 by 1 like in this form also. Numerator, denominator form. So numerator is the first item which is coming in the sequence, and this is the second item in the denominator. So there are 3 votes obtained by candidate A for every vote obtained by candidate B. That is the meaning of that. So unit rate is associated with the ratio like A:B, but important thing is this B should not be 0, because if you divide a number by 0, what will you get?
0.
In calculator, you enter 5 divided by 0. What it will show?
It doesn't show anything.
Because it says anything which is divided by 0 is called a illegal operation. We cannot perform that. We cannot divide a number by 0. But you can get some rough idea like this. You can divide 5 divided by 0 point. You put something like about 8 zeros and 1. See, what is the number I gave? 5, is it?
Yeah.
5 divided by 0 point. Let us put 8 zeros and 1. What will you get?
It's a 5 and then there's a lot of zeros.
5 followed by
9 zeros.
see that in the denominator decimal point is there, that we have to move towards the right till we get 1. So we have to move 1 CR, twice, thrice, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times. Then it will become 1 here. So that 9 zeros we have to put there. So if we have divided this 5 by 0.01, what will you get? How much you will get?
5 divided by what?
5 divided by 0.01.
500.
You will get 500. Now if I write 5 divided by 0.001, how much will you get?
$5,000.
Yeah, so we will get 5,000. Because you see, in this case we have to move 2 places to get the denominator 1. So 2 places means we have to add the 2 zeros there. So therefore it becomes 500. Here you have to move 1, 2, 3 places. That means with 3 zeros we have to put here. So we get 5,000. Like that, if you put a smaller number here, this becomes very large. Like that, exactly 0 we cannot put. But we can have any number of such zeros, and at the end you can put 1. Then the numerator becomes a very big number. So because it is too large, we call it as infinity. And we use the symbol like this. So A divided by B is infinity if B equal to 0. So denominator is 0, the number becomes too large. So our inability to express such a big number, we call it as infinity. That means it is too large a number. You're able to follow?
Yeah.
Example, a hamburger contains a ratio of 3 cups of flour and 4 cups of sugar. So hamburger contains a ratio of 3 cups of flour and 4 cups of sugar. So first item is flour, second is sugar. So ratio of flour to sugar. So flour must come first, then sugar next. So it is 3 to 4. Ratio of sugar to flour. Now sugar must come first here, flour must come next. So it is 4 to 3. Now cost of each cup of sugar is $1.50. Cost of each cup of flour is $1. Now, if hamburger costs $4 per piece, find the cost of making and selling the hamburger. So this problem we should be able to do. So for making one hamburger, we require 3 cups of flour and 4 cups of sugar. So we can write the 3 to 4. Now each cup of sugar is $1.50 and cost of each cup of flour is $1. Now find out for 3 cups of flour how much it will cost. So multiply this by 3. And 4 cups of sugar, 1 cup is $1. So how much it will cost. Then add the both. Then if you are buying a hamburger ready-made at $4, what is the cost of making and selling the hamburger? Can you try this one?
Yeah.
How much is the total cost of flour for 3 cups? If 1 cup is $1. 3 cups of flour at $1 per cup. It is, see, 1 cup of flour is $1. If you want
$3.
3 cups of flour, it will become $3. Is it not?
Yeah.
3 into 1. Number of cups into what is the price per cup. So if 1 cup of flour is costing $1, how much is for 3 cups?
$3.
$3. Now similarly, 1 cup of sugar is $1.50. We want 4 cups of sugar.
$6.
$6. So how much is the total investment for flour and sugar?
$9.
$9. But he is giving the hamburger at a cost of $4. That means, is he making profit or loss?
Loss.
Loss. That means he is not running a business, but he is making a charity. That means he is making the eatables available at a lower price than the cost of manufacturing it.
Yeah.
You are able to follow?
Yes.
That means instead of $9, which is the cost of raw material, plus he must add some, at least $1 towards the making profit, something like that. So he should have sold at $10, but he is giving at $4. That means he is not concentrating on making profit in this business, because he is not running a business. It is called a charity. You are able to follow?
Yeah.
So now with this, whether you will be able to do some problems on these things? See, something like something like we can write like this. Number of books is 50 in a shelf. Number of maths books 8. Number of science books 12. Number of story books 30. Find what is the ratio of number of maths books to number of science books.
8 to 12.
Yeah. So that is called part to part ratio. See, part to part ratio. So number of books to number of science books. So it will be 8 to 12. Now what is the ratio of story books to mathematics books?
30 to 8.
Yeah. So it will become 30 to 8. What is the number of story books to science books?
30 to 12.
30, 12. Now, number of mathematics books to total books.
8 to 50.
8 to 50. Number of science books to total books.
12 to 50.
Yeah. Number of story books to total books.
30 to 50.
Yeah. Now, these numbers we can express using lowest magnitude integers by dividing both sides by the greatest common factor. So what is the greatest common factor here between 8 and 50? See, for 8 we can find 1, we can use 2, we can use 4, we can't use more, we can use 8 also. Divide 8 by 1, 8 by 2, 8 by 4, 8 by 8.
So 2.
50 means we can divide by 1, divide by 2, it will give 25. That is around figure 50. Then 3 we cannot use, 4 we cannot use, 5 we can use. 5 10 times it will go. Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 we can use. 10 into 5, 50. Then 50 also we can use.
So is the answer 2?
Greatest common factor is 2 only. So this you divide by 2, this divide by 2, you will get 4 by 25. Or 4 is to 25. 4 to 25. That means, suppose you multiply by 100 here, you will get multiply by 4 numerator and denominator. Multiply by 4, multiply by 4. You get 100 here, 16 here. Then we can say 16% of books of total books are mathematics books. You're able to follow?
Yeah.
Now, like this, can you do that simplification for this one? What is the greatest common factor for 12 and 50?
Is it 2?
Huh?
Is it 2?
So, for 12, you write here you can divide by 1, you can divide by 2, you can divide by 3 also, you can divide by 4 also, divide by 6, divide by 12. So 5 remain the same. So this remains only 2. So it will become 6 by 25. So in case you multiply by 4 here, it will become 24% because 24 by 100. So we can say 24% of books belongs to science category. Similarly, find out this third one. What is the ratio using the smallest integers?
Ten.
So
it will be 3 to 5.
Correct, because 1 0 will go, that's all. So it will be 3 to 5 or it is 3 by 5. So to make denominator 100, you have to multiply by 20 here, multiply by 20 here. So it becomes 60%. So 60% of books, total books are story books. You are able to follow?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yeah.
So are you able to follow this? Hello?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So that means now we will know what is a ratio. We will write A to B. We read like that right here. We can write like this. We can write like a number like 2 by 3, or we can write like 1.7, or we can write 0.06 like that. So this is using integers as ratio. This is writing numerator denominator. So this A and this A, they are for the first item in the list. First item. So denominator and this B, they belong to second item. Ratio of cars to buses is say 100 is to 17. So what is the meaning of this?
Every 100 cars, there's 17 buses.
Yeah, that means there are 17 buses for every 100 cars. The ratio of, say, something like number of oranges and banana is 2/3. So what is the meaning of this?
There is 2 oranges for every 3 bananas.
And if you reverse that one, there will be 3 bananas for every 2 oranges. There are totally 5 fruits. Then if you want to give in percentage, then how will you do? 2/3, you might multiply by something here, so that denominator becomes 100. So this is where I said some of the numbers cannot be represented exactly when we make the ratio and write in the decimal form. So this will be something like 33.3333, like that it will come. So 3 into that will be 99,999, which is like 100. So here also like 33,3333 will come. When you multiply here, it will become 66.6666. So it is 66.66 percentage like thing. We cancel this. Or of the fruits are the bananas. So bananas form 66.66%, or if you round off it to 67%, you can make is bananas. So the balance 33 will be the oranges. So like that we can give information in the percentage also. So what will be the part to whole ratio in this problem? How much I wrote? So oranges, bananas. How much I wrote here? I have erased. So
2 to
you might
3.
have noted.
2 to 3.
Here,
Yeah.
how much oranges?
2 oranges.
I gave only 2, is it? Bananas,
and
how much?
3 bananas.
Oh, you are referring to word problem. Just now I made a problem, you know.
I don't remember that.
Okay, does not matter. Now, that means if this is given, how much of information we can write about it? Say one is, we can say there are 5 fruits in total. Second one, there are 2 oranges for every 3 bananas. You can also write there are 3 bananas for every 2 oranges. Then ratio of oranges to banana, it is 2:3. Ratio of banana to oranges is 3:2. So ratio of oranges to total number of fruits. How much it is? I think it is 2/5. Is it not? Or 2:5?
Yeah.
So ratio of bananas to total fruits. It will be 3/5. Now this 2/5, if you multiply by 20, the denominator becomes 100. This becomes 40. So 40% of total fruits is oranges. 60% of total fruits. Maybe you can write R here. You are able to follow?
Yeah.
This you are able to follow?
Yeah.
So any ratio is given, you should be able to calculate all these things. Is it not? Huh?
Yes.
So now what I have told you are able to follow so far. What
Yes.
you have done? Hello.
Yeah, I can follow.
Yeah. So that means now can you go to your textbook and identify where these ratios are there, and then try to
Yeah.
find all these items and write it on the paper, take a photograph and send to me by WhatsApp, so that I will know how much you are able to follow with the lesson that I have given.
So do I just write down questions and answer them?
Yeah. That means what you do, you will have the paper, you will have unrolled sheets or like that.
Yeah.
White sheets. And that you write down the problems from your book. You have the book, is it not? Textbook you have.
I only have it online.
Okay, you can take there. In that
Okay.
one, go to this chapter on the ratios. It is on the, I think this is on the 7th book. Is it not? 7th year book.
Okay, yeah.
And maybe chapter number some 17 like that. 17, page number 277 or so.
Yeah. I'm on the page.
Yeah, go to the page where they will give some exercise.
Yeah.
Exercise. There, problems will be there. You write down the problem and write the answers for that one. That means you just look at what is the ratio given, you write there, then you write what is the total number of items we are studying there, what is the ratio of one item to total or second item to total, what is the ratio of first item to second and second item to first, and what is the percentage of item 1 to total, what is the percentage of item 2 to total. All this you will be able to write.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yeah.
Can you write it for those exercises, and after writing it on the paper, you can take a photo and you can send it to me, so that I will know how much you have followed. Then we will plan for the next lessons. So I wanted to know whether you are comfortable with what I am explaining, and whether
So
you
do I
are,
do
yeah,
do I
whether you
do
are
all the exercises in that chapter?
yeah,
Okay.
you try to answer the exercises using only this information what you have learned today. That is, ratios we have learned 3 methods of writing, like A to B using a colon symbol, A colon B, or it is A divided by B in the numerator denominator form, or in the form of decimal numbers, like after simplifying, like instead of like 4 by 3 it is 1.33, or instead of 3 by 4 it is 0.75, like that. Some of the numbers we cannot divide exactly into a perfect number, so that will be there in all the subjects also. So 1 upon 3 will give 0.3333 several threes, and when you multiply that by 3, you will get 9.99999, but not 10. It depends on what procedure they have used in the calculator to round off the digits to the required number which are displayed on the calculator, like that. Otherwise, exact division first, then multiplication will not give the correct answer. So in such cases, it is better to do the multiplication first and then do the division. For example, 1 multiplied by 3 will give 3, and 3 divided by 3 will give 1. Whereas 1 divided by 3 and multiplied by 3 will not give 1. So that actually depends on what procedure the calculator maker has used there to round off to number of digits. You are able to follow?
Yes.
So please try this those exercises. Whatever covers within the definitions of the fractions we have written, that is 3 types of notations, then part to part ratio and part to whole ratio, and finding the this percentage of the one part with respect to total, percentage of another with respect to the total, like that. Then maybe we can continue on another day, and how you are able to follow this. There will be no problem for you to sit for longer time.
Yeah.
So today anyway, we'll close. I want to know how much you have understood. Take the exercise in that ratio chapter, and that is 17th chapter, page 277, and then work out the exercises, whatever is there in terms of this. That means if a ratio is mentioned, you should be able to calculate all these 6 items. So if you do
So
that, yeah,
there's 4 exercisings. Do I
Ah.
do all 4 or do I just do like 2?
yeah, you work them on the sheet of paper using preferably black ink. Then take a photo and send it to me by WhatsApp, so that I will know how much you have followed. Then we will plan the subsequent lessons another day. You are able to follow what I am telling?
Yeah.
So, shall we close for today?
Yeah, we can.
Is there any questions within the portions we have covered today? You want me to give any clarifications?
I don't have any questions.
So you are able to follow whatever I have told.
Yeah, I understand.
That is really nice. So what you will do, you please do that one, answer the exercises and take a photo and send it to me by WhatsApp. Then we will
Yeah.
plan the subsequent lessons.
Yeah.
Because I got the book only morning only. No?
Yeah.
Morning only I got the book. So
Yeah.
I will go through the book and see what are the topics he has given and what we have not yet covered. All that I will give in the next class. Will it be okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
So we can close for today.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
So please work out the exercises and send them to me by WhatsApp.
Today or
as soon as you do it, you can do that.
okay. Should I do it tomorrow?
As soon as you can do, you work out. Take a photo and send it to me so that I will know how much you have followed now. In the meantime, I will go through your book also and check what are the things he has covered there and what I have not covered today, that I will take for the next lesson.
Okay.
Will it be okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll do that one. So now let us close for today.
Okay.
Okay.